welcome back to more Through the Darkest of Times. We're going to go carry on where we left off in that second episode. The Jews and communists have been removed from the service now, changing state governorship, and the Papen resigns. So we picked up that injury. Also, don't need to buy medicine, we have the medicine. Visit a museum, what do we get there? We might get some more supporters. Everyone has to go there. Free Sophie, she's been arrested. We could try and free her. Yeah, that's a big risk. Okay, we just do it that way. Do we? No, it's too much of a risk, I think, to free her at the moment. Let's go and visit the museum. That has everyone, so we lost 3 supporters, got 14 marks. We visit one of the last art galleries in Berlin that still exhibits what the Nazis called degenerate art. It feels good to look at the wonderful artworks, and their group feels reaffirmed in their purposes. We need this back. Okay, so I'm guessing that was just a little morale booster. Plus 40 to morale. Plus 25 overall, lost to 3 supporters. Schechter banned. The Jewish practice of Schechter in the ritual slaughter of animals and the preparation of kosher food is declared illegal. Rudolf Hess is appointed as the deputy Führer, and NS students begin action against the un-German spirit. In several German cities, the official organisation of the NS students begins its action against the un-German spirit by publicly disparaging Jewish and progressive artists and scientists. Excitedly, Roman End comes up to me. I did it! What? What did you do? I ask Roman. Roman jumps back in. Remember my brother in the essay? He told me to try and get information. I did it. I have something that our group can work with. Fantastic news, I say. Let's get it. Let's get to it. Plus 5 morale and another checkpoint there also. I don't see anything new. And we need to try and get some of this heat down also. That is a big old worry there. Let's talk to some workers. Spread some leaflets, possibly. Yeah, and that's a lot of danger. It's a little bit better, but still not great. We'll keep hold of that one for now. Christian community. Paul, you're harmful, we're not going to send you. I will go for that one. Or go talk to some workers. And send Sebastian to go and buy some paint. I don't know if the information level gradually goes down. We've lost 2 supporters this time, 14 marks gained. Obviously, we've seen that some of them are at 5 in terms of information and we say wanted level. I don't really know. Horse thinks he's been seen. Also, 5 supporters from the Christians. Paul going in force against a witness. The witness leaves. There were 6 supporters there. Buying Izzy paint. He has been seen, that's guaranteed, that's lovely. And, oh well, we've got SA there, we're going to go and hide. So he reported that one, +1 overall the morale, +9 with the supporters. Goering forms secret police force. Hermann Goering forms the Geheimstaatspolizei, or Gestapo, from the former Prussian police. Hero's birthday, Adolf Hitler's 44th birthday, is celebrated as a national holiday, with celebrations across Germany, including parades and special church services in his honour. Albert Funk dead. Communist and former member of Reichstag, Albert Funk dies aged 38 after being thrown from an upstairs window of a police station. I have something to say, says Paul at our meeting, but I'm not sure if it's good news or bad news. I have a new job, he continues. The job has me serving in the house of a Nazi officer. Sebastian Baumann gasps. You're going to serve one of those pigs. Tell me more about it. It hurts my stomach to imagine you working for a Nazi. What do you mean you don't know if this is good or bad, I say. Hear me out, responds Paul. What if we play this to our advantage? What if I could get information for the group? Exactly what I'll do, says Paul. I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity to help our cause. So we told him to keep the job and, have a bit of a spy, really. Write slogans on walls, we could do that. Yeah, so I don't know if this goes down. We haven't got enough marks. We could go into hiding, and that does lower that down. So if we send Roman for that, and I do really want to risk it. Marks help. Marks do help a little bit. Intel makes it worse. Yeah, we're going to risk that. We are going to risk that. Lost 3 supporters, 16 marks gained. What does he get here? The police, we're going to hide. Another 10, thinks he's been seen. Now this is the risky bit. This is the very risky bit. We meet in front of the location where they hold our member Sophie Hahn captive. They check the area and Hurst cuts open a fence. Paul and Sebastian get into a fierce argument. We're going to reinforce that. We need to get ourselves together. We did manage to free Sophie as well. That is fantastic news. +12 on the morale. Abteilung storms unions. Trade unions officers stormed by SA brown shirts. Unions banned. Trade unions are banned in Germany. They are replaced with the DAF, German Labour Front, created and headed by Robert Ley. And aircraft named Hindenburg. Goering names Junkers the 2500 Hindenburg aircraft and founds the Reich Air Defence Association. I'm not even attempting that. Paul burst out. They fired me. I lost my job. How will I make a living now? They fired me because I'm Jewish. Now that I'm deemed unworthy to even hold a job, who will hire you? Who will hire me? This is awful. I'm so sorry this happened to you, I say. Paul seems to be holding the tears back. Thank you, he says. I'm not him, no money. We could go into hiding now. And we're going to send the 3 of them into hiding. Oh, we don't have enough marks for that though. And then myself and Paul. No. We're not going to go and do that. Paul's going to go and collect some donations. And I will go talk to the Christian community. So again, we lost 3 but gained 15 marks. There we go. Robert will speak about our actions at church. So we've gained also there. Plus 25 marks from Paul, who thinks he's also been seen. And in hiding, they've returned feeling much safer than before. As I cross the Scholzbruck on a rainy late Wednesday night, I hear an angry voice shouting through a loudspeaker, a huge cheering from crowd. It seems to come from the Ornaplatz. I carefully move towards the edge of the noise. The scene is immense. Thousands of people are listening to the rantings of Joseph Goebbels, the new Minister of Propaganda, with rapt attention. The era of extreme Jewish intellectualism is now at an end. The breakthrough of the German Revolution has again cleared the way on the German path. The future German man will not just be a man of books, but a man of character. There are thousands gathered here at the Open Platz. Some chant slogans. A group of students to my right breaks into song. Various angry shouts can be heard from the crowd. No to decadence and moral corruption. Down with Jewish intellectualism. Gobbles joins in, booming over the microphone. Yes to decency and morality in the family and state. I consign to the flames the writings of Henrik Mann, Ernst Glaser, and Erich Kästner. There's an immense pile of books in the centre of Plaza. Perhaps tens of thousands of books are blazing the bonfire. This is when I realise that this is the actions against the un-German spirit announced by the German Student Union back in April. This is a book burning, a huge one. How can there be so many supporters of Nazism? Did they even realise what they're doing? Nearby, a group of students breaks into a chant about German purity, and nausea creeps into my stomach. A sharp-faced man with sad, penetrating eyes glares at me with a side eye. You don't look well, friend. Why aren't you joining in the chant? He remarks quietly. There's a hint of irony in his voice. Why aren't you joining in the chant? I reply. The tiniest hint of a smirk creeps across the corner of his mouth, then sadness draws over his face. His gaze turns towards the fire. His eyes, wet, reflect the dance in the flames. It's enough for me to attend the destruction of my own work. To celebrate it would be too self-deprecating, even for me. His voice, soft, resigned. I stare at the books, then at him, mouth gape. Are you? I stutter. He holds one hand out and purses his lips to shush me. I regain my composure. Half smile grows below his sad eyes. But what are you doing here? I whisper. You know, they had to ask the firemen to douse the books in petrol. Leave it to Nazis to schedule a book burning in the rain. He chuckles. We have to fight back. We have to do something, I whisper with a tone of urgency. The man turns and faces me directly. I recognise him now. My friend, not long from now, this whole sad spectacle will be over. He tilts his head and pauses, and I will write a novel about it. You're Erich Kästner, the writer. One of the students has been staring at us and cries out, It's him! Kästner! Erich Kästner! It's him! I will distract him, I say. You should probably leave now. Pornographer! Another one shouts. The author is suddenly aware of the danger he's in and quickly disappears into the crowd before things get worse. I pick up a notebook that must have fallen out of his pocket. I walk home in a daze, seeped in the smell of smoke and the echoes of slogans and chants ringing in my ears. I will never forget the dancing flames reflected in Kästner's eyes as he watched his own books burn. -9 morale, +2 overall though with the supporters. Public book burning. Burned books of thousands of Jewish and distant writers and all books from the library of the Academy for Sexual Research, which was also attacked, as you can see here, stormed and looted. SPD executives go into exile. Leave Germany and work from abroad. Hans Vogel and Otto Wells, one of them. Spirits are high at the group meeting after successfully liberating Sophie Hahn's husband from prison. It feels so good to make a difference. I'm so grateful to you all, says Sophie. How can we ever repay you? We're happy to help, I say, and perhaps we can say hello in person when he's recovered. I'm afraid not, Sophie says. Now it's more dangerous than ever for him. He must leave the country. But that doesn't matter. He's alive. So a nice boost to morale there, and obviously Franz and Sophie Hahn with the +20. We're going to go and observe some people. Oh, we've got a couple of level ups as well. Horseworth has learned to resist smarter and better. Which skill do you want to improve by 1? What should we improve by 1? I think we're going to go up propaganda. And Sebastian also going to get propaganda up for him as well. I'm going to send the 2 of them to go and do that. Sophie can take the notebook back to him. Spending leaflets is far too risky there from these. I think we are just basically going to have to go for some basic ones there with them. Our 3 supporters gained 16 marks this week. We'll start with the notebook. Sophie Hahn visits Eric Kastner at his home to bring him the notebook the writer lost at the Ornplatz. The author is overjoyed to get his notes back. He invites us all in, and over a cup of tea tells us how the Nazis are forcing the publishers to stop supporting un-German writers like him. Roman meets the people from the Christian community. We're going to get 7 supporters from that one. That's a nice little intake there. Donations, the police have shown up. We're going to hide. Had to abort the mission there. So no donations, unfortunately. And we're following the SA. Some of them still hang out a pub in Kopernik. One of them regularly nods off and stays there overnight also. So that's +2 intel, +4 supporters, and +15 to the morale. Hitler promotes peace. Hitler endorses US President Roosevelt's world disarmament proposal. He demands a revision of the Versailles Treaty, an end to the partial occupation of German territory by France, and the elimination of German war reparation payments. In 70 cities, the appointed mayors are suspended or on forced leave. And Commissioner of the Reich Otto Wagner and leader of the German Working Front ban any strikes and labour disputes for the coming weeks. At our meeting, Roman End approached me with dread in his eyes. My brother, the one in the SA, he suspects I'm part of the resistance. How much does he know? I don't know, but the illusions were made clear. He knows. Yeah. I'm going to have to continue. This is bad, but the information is too important to us. You have to continue and see what you can find out, I say. So you need to be very, very careful with him. We could steal some funds from the SA, possibly. Big risk there with them. And Sophie as well, I do think. And we'll steal an SA uniform. That's a lot of danger. But I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it. Why not? Lost 3 supporters, 17 marks gained. This is so risky. We meet in the pub where they hang out regularly. The police show up. We will, of course, hide. We've had to abort the mission. We think we've been seen also, so didn't quite go to plan that time. Police show up. Also, we're going to hide from them here. Police are leaving. Sebastian thinks he's been seen, but 38 marks gained there. Roman has been arrested. Eugenics program planned. The new law is introduced permitting human sterilization to favour the Nazi eugenics program to build a master race. Hitler visits fleet in Kiel. Hitler visits Kiel harbour to see fleet consisting of the old pre-dreadnought battleships. He boards Leipzig with leading SS and government officials, including General Werner von Blumberg, Admiral Erich Raeder, Hermann Göring, and Franz von Papen. The Prussian Enabling Act. Against the votes of the SPD, Prussia passes its own Enabling Act, similar to the Reich's Enabling Act from March 23rd, enables the President of Prussia to pass laws without Parliament. When I walk into tonight's meeting, everyone cheers when they see me. It's about you, says Sophie Hahn. It's incredible to think that in such a short time, you put together this group of ordinary Berliners, made a real resistance group out of us. Thanks for your kind words, I say, but this is a group effort. Each one of us is vital. I'm just so happy to know I'm making a difference, says Paul Weinrab. And that is where we're going to end this episode. We're going to go continue this on in the next episode of Through the Dogs of Times. If you have enjoyed this, do please hit that like button, subscribe for more Through the Dogs of Times, plenty of other games. If you are interested in this game as well, the affiliate link of mine is down below in the in the description. Let me know in the comments if you are enjoying this series. Until next time, stay safe. I'll see you in that next one.